Well, here's my second video of October, where for every video of October, I'm trying to make it some sort of Halloween or horror theme to sort of fit with, Halloween being at the end of the month. And here we are at probably the least horror-related and most Halloween-related video of the month, my review of Costume Quest 2. Now, if you guys have seen my top 10 games of 2013, then you would know I'm a pretty big fan of the original Costume Quest. So how does this game hold up? Well, I think I'll start with the story. This game, oddly enough, picks up right where the original Costume Quest's DLC Grubbins on Ice left off, but for some reason it's Halloween again. Yeah, it's never really explained. The story of the original game was that you had to save your brother or sister from a bunch of candy-stealing monsters who stole him/her because their costume was a candy corn. In this game, we have an evil time-traveling dentist who's trying to create a world without Halloween. And he freed all the monsters from the first game from their realm to create a dystopian future where Halloween is forbidden. The time travel aspect of the story is done really well, and there's actually also a lot of callbacks to the original game, like getting to meet Dorian and Dorsula when they were kids. Not to mention a bunch of characters either from the first game or in this game that you get to see in different times during their lives. You're only in the present at the beginning of the game, and throughout the game you go to both 20 years in the past and 20 years in the future. The battle system from the first game is largely unchanged in this one. Your special attack meter is built up not over the course of 3 turns, but in the course of you landing successful hits and defending successfully. Also, battle stamps are gone, but have been replaced with creepy treat cards, which are no longer just collectibles, but also items you can use in battle that give certain effects. Not to mention, you can also upgrade your costume. The on-foot gameplay also remains the same from the first game. Go trick-or-treat at a house, and you might get candy, or there might be a monster you have to fight. Also, you can dash whenever you want instead of needing to use a specific costume. However, depending on what area you're in, the context as to why you're getting candy could be different. You could be just trick-or-treating, or you could be helping an underground candy smuggling organization. Also, the humor in this game is just as good as ever. Now for the downsides, and I'm just talking about the Wii U version here, so it might be different for you. Maybe it's just me, but in battle it kind of feels like some of the attacks are lagging. But by far my biggest gripe with this game is that it makes literally no use of the Gamepad. Now look, I'm not saying that every Wii U game should go all Nintendo land on us, that would just be stupid. Heck, I'm not even expecting something as much as Rayman Legends did. But putting a map on the Gamepad screen or giving us an off-TV feature would have been nice. Come on, I doubt it would have been hard. Now, some would argue that this game feels incredibly similar to the first game, and I agree with that. Here's the thing though, the Costume Quest games just have an overall feel to them that's really fun and enjoyable and makes them a lot of fun to play. As such, the 2 games and the DLC for the first game kind of feel like one game combined. Plus, I feel the story in this game was surprisingly really good. If you're in the market for a Halloween-themed game and you've already played the Luigi's Mansion games, then I think this game would be a really good one to play. Actually, no, I think the first game would be a good one to play. Then play this one. Speaking of horror, I am Defoffilizer, and next week I'm going to be tackling the biggest horror franchise of the past year or so.